Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to go over the differences and mainly the 5 pros and cons of buying a new construction home in Cochrane, Alberta in 2024. Now, if you've watched my last few videos, specifically the market update videos, you'll have seen me talking about the influx of new construction listings over the past few months here in Cochrane, Alberta's real estate market. Now, as of the time of this shooting, there's 95 active listings in Cochrane, Alberta. 65 of those are new construction homes. So that's 68% of the current active listings that are currently available to you as a home buyer that are new construction homes. Now, before we jump into the video and talk about the pros and cons of buying a new construction home in Cochrane, Alberta, I'm going to ask for a favor. Can you just quickly look down below there and click that subscribe button? And that way you won't miss any other videos talking about Cochrane, Alberta's real estate market and exciting new communities, the community tours, and all of the info I provide on this channel. It helps me get this information in front of more viewers and helps you get notified of the next video coming out. So thank you, and let's jump into the video now. Now, first up, let's talk about the 5 pros of buying a new construction home in 2024 here in Cochrane, Alberta. Now, the first one, home warranty. When you buy a brand new home, you are going to have a new home warranty on that home. That is going to cover defects in the construction and defects in any of the materials used in building your home. So for the first few years, you have some peace of mind knowing that, hey, if there's some severe issues where there was clearly a defect in construction or a defect in materials, you are going to have some coverage and protection that will help you navigate those repairs. That's your first big pro. Your second pro is that all of your building systems are brand new. So you're going to have a brand new furnace, a brand new hot water tank, any air conditioner that may have been installed is also brand new. Your roof is brand new. All of those items that can wear over time or have a certain shelf life, so to speak, are going to be brand new. So if you're a first-time home buyer, this could be a very beneficial thing because you're not having to buy a home with the worry of having to upgrade a roof in a few years, or maybe, hey, your hot water tank is nearing its expiration and you're going to have to maybe think about replacing that. So those are some additional just protections for you as a home buyer that you get with buying a new construction home. The third pro would be possession dates. And I'm going to touch on this one because a possession date is going to be a pro and a con. So I'll touch on the con side of it later in the video. But when we're talking about the pros of quick possession or of possession, I'm mainly referring to quick possession homes. So if you've been notified that, hey, your job is moving and you're having to relocate to Cochrane, Alberta, and now you need to find a home rather quickly, quick possession homes could be something that would be very valuable to you. They typically, if the home is ready and finished and on the market as a quick possession, you could see possession dates as early as 15 days. That's a very quick turnaround, yes, but if that's something that is necessary for you to have a home when you arrive because, hey, a prior deal fell through or the move got moved up due to a new project starting, that could be a really big pro for you when looking to buy a home in Cochrane, Alberta. Now, the fourth pro of buying a new construction home. This pro is going to be kind of more dialed off or aimed at the higher end new construction homes. And that typically means that these are higher end builders building kind of your upper echelon tier of homes. These builders typically offer something called a design center. So when you go in and pick your lot and choose your home, you can then go in and make slight modifications to the plans or to the layout and design of the home. You can add a couple extra feet either in length or width to your garage. You could change a bonus room to a bedroom. You could change a kitchen layout. You can change where certain closets may be positioned. You can change your light fixtures, your counters, your floors. There's a lot of options in the design center for you to customize that home. Now, yes, that's a pro of being able to custom build your home. However, they will come with a cost of upgrading because every time you make a change, it usually comes with an added cost. So that is just something to keep in mind with that one. Now, the final pro of buying a new construction home, and I think this one is really aimed at, say a couple who's retiring or a new home buyer, is that these houses are typically turnkey. You're not going to be buying this house with the need to replace carpets due to staining, with the need to repaint the house because the walls are damaged, with the need to upgrade appliances or replace some of the systems. So when I say turnkey, I mean you can buy this house, move in, and appreciate it right off the bat without feeling the need to upgrade it. Now, when I bought my first house, this is something that I paid attention to. I bought a house that wasn't exactly brand new construction, but it was only 1 year old. And so when I did that, it allowed me to move into a house that was only a year old. And I knew as a first-time home buyer, I wouldn't have to worry about some of the maintenance items that I would, 6, 7, 10, 15 years into owning a home. It allowed me to get in and get used to being a homeowner before having to deal with all those maintenance costs. So if that's something that's important to you, or hey, you're retiring and you've done that, you've done the maintenance, you've repaired homes in the past, and you just want to move in and enjoy your retirement, this could be a very beneficial thing to you as well. Okay, now on to the cons. What are some of the negative things about buying a new construction home in Cochrane, Alberta in 2024? Well, first up is cost. There is a tax on new construction homes. GST is applicable in Alberta. So on a typical $600,000 single detached home, you're looking at an additional $30,000 that you will be needed to close on that home. That's a big cost that is not visual. So if you look at your listings on MLS for a new construction home, those prices are not going to include GST. So when you're looking at those homes, that is very important for you to understand that the prices listed on MLS for new construction homes are the purchase price, not inclusive of GST. Now, moving along to stay with some of the cost-associated cons with buying a new construction homes, landscaping costs will be a next one. Very rarely do builders landscape the rear yards or provide built fences to a new home buyer. So when you buy your new construction home, typically your front yard will be covered with your basic level of sod. So anything above that is going to be on you. However, the basic sod in your front yard will be there. The rear yard, however, will likely be brought to finished grade, so final grade, but there will be no grass or sod planted. There'll be no fences built. And in some cases, decks are optional as well. So if you want a deck added, the builder's going to try and charge you extra, or you're going to be on the hook for that after you take possession to then go out and build the deck yourself or hire a contractor to do it. So those are some additional after purchase costs that you're going to have to pay attention to when buying a new construction home. Now, the third con, again, keeping in line of extra costs, some builders, especially the spec builders, do sell new homes without your standard appliances. So when I say standard appliances, I mean your washer and dryer, so your laundry, or your range, oven, microwave, refrigerator, and dishwasher. Those appliances are very builder specific. Some builders will offer you a credit, maybe, around $5,000 to a Home Depot or a Coast Appliances to go buy your appliances and pick them. But some builders just do not include them. So that'll be an additional cost to you and an additional outing to go pick your appliances and arranging them to be delivered post possession that you'll have to be aware of depending on which builder you actually buy from. So that is just something to keep in mind of another additional extra cost that could come up in buying a new construction home. Now, let's talk about the possession dates. I had a pro as a possession being that you can find some quick possession dates. Now, the con is the inverse in that if you're buying a new construction home that is scheduled to be built out or completed in summer 2024, right now we're outside of 120 days, which typically is the date range that a builder will supply a firm possession date. Now, why that matters so much is that you will not be able to lock in a mortgage rate without a firm possession date because there is a restriction on how long you can lock in a mortgage rate. Now, for those details, talk to your mortgage broker. However, if you are looking at a home and you say the home is going to be built in 5-6 months, that's the end possession date roughly, the rates that you're going to see for the next few months won't apply to you. So you're going to actually figure out your rate closer to the possession date. So that may really be something to watch for when you're trying to figure out how much of a home you can afford, is budgeting accordingly to know that, hey, if a rate increase does come, can you still afford this home? Also, that will affect you if that you have a set date where you have to be out of your current home or your current rental or lease arrangement ends. Having a non-firm possession date may be something that is a detriment to your move and could add additional stress. So that's something to keep in mind, and is paying attention to the potential possession dates on your new construction home. Now, the final con is kind of a tongue-in-cheek con, but I think it's important to pay attention to, is that with a new construction home, you are going to have a 90-day walkthrough typically, and potentially even a year walkthrough. Now, those walkthroughs are designed to spot inefficiencies or deficiencies in the finishing and construction of your new construction home. So one of the ways to mark out each one of the places where, hey, paint was damaged, flooring was damaged, cabinet handle is loose, all of those minor fixes that you're wanting the builder to do, is to put sticky notes on the wall. So my fifth con is you may be living in a sea of sticky notes for those first few months. Now, again, that's a very minor con, but just something to keep in mind, that you're going to have that packet of sticky notes handy. That way, when they come in for those walkthroughs, you can get all of the deficiencies that you've noticed fixed and not forget them. So I hope that answers some of your questions about the differences between new construction and prior lived-in homes. If you found this video useful or helpful, please drop a like or maybe even a comment, or subscribe to the channel. That really helps me getting this content in front of more viewers, and that way more people looking at buying homes in Cochrane, Alberta can have the same access to information. If you have any other questions for me about Cochrane, again, you can get a hold of me. My contact information is in the description of the video below, and I will catch you in the next one.